Hey guys, welcome back to The Sims 4, and we're not in cottage living today because we're actually looking at something very interesting, something very exciting as well. So, we are looking at today at the AnotherPlumbob Uberhood save. So what this is I follow AnotherPlumbob on Twitter. They post some really good stuff. They post like a legacy called the Lacey Legacy, which is actually really cool and interesting and has some good storytelling in it. So I like reading their tweets on that. They also did the Till Death Do Us Part. They showcased the Till Death Do Us Part wedding stuff that's coming out in a couple weeks for public access. They got early access to it, so they did like a whole story where they showed off all the dresses and all the wedding cast in it, and it looks really good. And they today, literally like a few hours ago, released their version 0.3 of their Uberhood save. And what the Uberhood save is, I've made a copy of it so we can have a look at it, is The Sims 2 in The Sims 4. I loved The Sims 2. It was my absolute jam as a kid. Like, The Sims 1 was kind of just like basic and it's just, it wasn't really our thing, plus we didn't have many expansions. The Sims 2 I loved, and I still have in my room. I have to kind of dig them out if I want to really show them off, but I still have some of the physical discs of The Sims 2. I didn't have every single pack. I think we were missing some stuff packs, and we were missing Bon Voyage and the Hobby expansion. We missed like two of the EPs like near to the end of the release, unfortunately. But the main thing was I loved The Sims 2 because I remember playing through like the Pleasantview world, Strange Town, not so much Veronaville. That one kind of didn't really like appeal to me, even though it was Shakespeare like influences. So this is Veronaville. As you can see, the name has actually changed. I'm assuming that what Plumbob did was they have they downloaded something so they could change the names. Instead of this being a Winenberg, it's now Veronaville. And a few of these have actually been edited over. So we have, Willow Creek is now Pleasantview. Oasis Springs is Strange Town, but if you look at it, it's blank because it's not ready yet. So it's not ready yet. Plumbob hasn't done anything there, or Puck, as I believe their name is on Twitter, or at least on their Twitter bio. So we have Pleasantview. And this is some really incredible stuff. This has been build and tool and just incredible stuff done. Like you have the corner shops owned by someone. You have 125 Cafe, the Wilsonoff Theatre, Kim Gould Steakhouse. That I like that. Like, this is really cool stuff. We have the Brokes that live here in Foundry Cove, and the Broke family were really cool. So we're going to take a look at their story here. So Brandy was left to raise two boys alone following her husband's suspicious pool ladder accident. With Dustin acting out, can Brandy teach young Beau to make the right choices in life? Now, I believe also in the original Sims 2 story as well, she was pregnant as well. So it wasn't just, you know, Dustin and Beau she was looking after. It was also a baby, which I think was always a boy, and was called Skip Jr. I believe was the name of the kid, because her husband was Skip Broke. So we're going to go and pop into these guys. We've also got the three other places here. We also have a community park, which I like the look because it's got a little basketball court, and it's also a landfill. I kind of like that. So we're going to go and check out the Broke family quickly. We're going to be looking at this. This is going to be like a good half hour of me just like looking over everything and just checking things out. And the key are the sentiments to this save. Plumbob told us the sentiments are the key to the drama, and we're going to be looking at like the Pleasants and the Goths because the tea. Okay, so here we are. So this is how they made the trailer. I made a similar trailer, but mine was a little bit bigger, I think, when I made it. If I show mine off quickly, where's my Broke lot trailer? God, I have so many. Okay, here's the one I made. This was the Broke family house that I made. Very kind of simplified. I did it on a bigger lot as well because I just like sort of added a bit extra to make it look really run down for Oasis Springs. But this is a really good. Like, this is some fantastic stuff. We have Dustin here. I'm assuming that they... I wouldn't mind if Plumbob did give me some info on this. So if you're watching, just leave in the comments, leave any info you'd like about these safes, because I'm assuming they maybe aged down the Dustin we got in Get Famous. Perhaps, although that awful reputation. Yeah, so they've done some like really interesting stuff, and you can see they've already got relationships. So, you know, there's little baby bro Bo, there's Gordon King, the burglar from The Sims 2. They've actually made him. I gotta find out where he lives. He's also evil. A totally legal business. Love that. We've got Angela, who's girlfriend, who's sweet. You know, so the sweet, nice twin of it. Oh, he thinks she's extremely attractive. Not too bad, because I use wonderful whims. And then we've got Brandy, obviously Mumsy. I love the outfit. I love the like, the outfit is so cool. Daniel Pleasant, who, yeah, grudging after a fight and furious. These guys do not like each other. They didn't like each other at all in Sims 2. And, of course, we have Skip. Skip the father, who is unfortunately died from the suspicious pool ladder accident. And I remember in the original game, in The Sims 2, there was actually just like a small like 2x2 pool in the back garden next to the trailer. His Skip, he just he lives on the shelf apparently. There was like an actual 2x2 pool in the back garden, which really kind of funny. So love this. This trailer, I actually took inspiration from AnotherPlumbob's trailer to make the Broke Family house in Oasis Springs, but they've done really good stuff. And also, as you can see, like the trailer here in the van, these and like the cars, they've used Tool to sort of really make the world a bit more vibrant, which I love. Like the Tool mod is absolutely brilliant. So over in Courtyard Lane, we've got the Dreamer household. We got Darren and Dirk over here. These guys, I kind of like the way they look. They look very different from how I did Darren and Dirk. But Darren is pursuing his dream of being an artiste, while his son Dirk hit the books. And Darren may have found his muse, but will his creativity be enough to win Cassandra's affection? Now there's a key like bit of lore there, because in The Sims 2, Darren was in love with Cassandra, but Cassandra was engaged to Don. And the way I did it in my game was, if Don left Cassandra at the altar, Cassandra married Darren. Just give her a happy ending. She deserved it. And then next door, we have the Pleasant family. So on the surface, Daniel and Mary Sue Pleasant seem to have the perfect life. But is their love a flimsy facade? And can Angela and Lilith make the right choices when it comes to love? Let's find out, because as we can see, he is somewhere else. Where are you, Daniel? Where are you? He is hiding somewhere. He's hiding, but we're going to go and check out the Pleasant family, because that build looks exactly like the house that that they had in The Sims 2. So this is the Pleasant household. It does resemble the original from TS2 very strongly. I'm assuming Plumbob took loads of reference pictures, because they have a copy of The Sims 2. I kick myself because I don't have the Ultimate Collection. I couldn't get it for free. I don't know if I'd be able to even get a copy now, even if I begged the gurus, being like showing off my physical discs, like, please give me a copy, please. I can't take not having The Sims 2. I miss that game so much. But we have the house that had the biggest drama. You're supposed to be at work, honey. Instead, here she is about to jump into the pool. Love this design, by the way. Absolutely fantastic. Mirrors don't work in this because my graphics card is a bit of a bitch. I mean, it's powerful and good, but they don't like Sims mirrors for some reason. But the relationships, we have all the keys. So we have, she doesn't like her own daughter. So we got Lilith. So they have a little bit of a yeah, they're just acquaintances. Grudging after a fight and deeply wounded. They had a fight. We have John Burb. John Burb, who Mary Sue is apparently very into. And then Jennifer, John's wife. These guys have like a really good relationship. I can't think what the relationship between them is. We have oh yeah, so Coral and Herb, who are Mary Sue's parents. And they have a fairly good relationship with them. Very close to Cassandra. They're like basically best friends. And obviously a much better relationship with Angela rather than Lilith. And then the marriage. So he is a professional athlete, they're married, she thinks he's extremely attractive. I'm getting some interesting Wonderful Whim stuff just cropping up for these guys. But Mary Sue is saddened and Daniel is feeling guilty. She is saddened. But that is because when we look to Daniel, who we're going to find out where the hell he's gone, that's because he is cheating on his wife with Kaylin Langerak. I can't actually access... Oh, it's because he's... Here, dude. Come home. There we go. So, Kaylin Langerak is his... she is the maid in The Sims 2. Initially, she comes over to clean, like, the day... Like, the day when the day starts in The Sims 2. Like, Mary Sue goes off to work. She's meant to get fired. She comes back. Daniel's cheating on her with the maid. And then things are, like, all over the place. But he is absolutely smitten. They're in love. They have a very strong affair going on. And he's just kind of... He's not feeling great. He's not feeling great about it. And he does not like Dustin Broke because... Presumably because dating, you know, his angelic teenage daughter. But... Love this. Love just the lore. And I kind of played this family a little bit. Funny enough, I had like this family when I played The Sims 2. And the father of my main sim was meant to be my legacy sim. The father actually had an affair with Mary Sue. So that was like a whole thing because they were both in the police career because after Mary Sue got fired, I had her join the police career. And she met, like, my Legacy Sim's father, and they had, a secret affair for, like, the longest time, and nobody knew about it. It was kind of like a whole thing. And then we'll check on the Dreamers. I want to check out what their relationships were like, because if I remember rightly, I think... I don't know, you can't do one-sided relationships in this, unfortunately. I wish you could, because I reckon, Daniel... Darren, rather. No, Daniel Pleasant. Darren Dreamer would have, like, a bit of a candle held for Cassandra, because they have a really strong relationship. And his wife, Darlene, passed away. Basic looking. Dude, come on. That's your deceased wife we're talking about here. So he has, like, a decent relationship with his son. He barely acknowledges Don or Grace here. And then there's Cassandra. He's smitten with her, but she feels more deeply connected to him, although I think she's basic looking. And this is, this is to a T, the Dreamer house. I remember this house. I remember using it a lot. Well, I say a lot, I remember playing these guys. So I kind of like what we've got there. I've been doing this for 15 minutes already. We haven't even scraped Veronaville, because we're going to be going deep into that. Then we have the Goth family. The Goths. And it's obviously not the Goth house from The Sims 4. We have the Goth house from The Sims 2, which had so many gravestones in the back garden. And I hope when, if Plumbob ever gets around to doing Strange Town, which I believe he said he might do in the future at some point, I'm wondering how he's going to do all the husbands for Olive Spectre. Because I had trouble doing that. Like, literally, I was just like, here's 5 random husbands. They're all just, I'm just gonna, you know, like, I named them all as the names of all the previous husbands from that Olive had in The Sims 2, and then I just killed them all off. So we got Mortimer Goth here. Now, Mortimer Goth, he's not looking like an adult anymore, because originally he was an elder in The Sims 2. Cassandra is a young adult, but Alexander is still a child, because they kept his age the same in The Sims 2 and The Sims 4, but they kind of like shortened the age gap between Cassandra and Alexander. And obviously you can see Bella Goth is not there. Bella Goth is not there. I'm wondering where she is, though. She's there somewhere. Oh, she's considered deceased then. So you have Brandon Keaton, Cassandra, Dina Caliente, who he thinks is extremely attractive. Wow. Smitten with her because, well, she only wants to marry Mortimer for his money. That was like a whole spiel. Then we have Cornelia, who is a friend, and his mother. I'm not going to touch that. I'm not going to touch that. And, of course, Bella Goth. She's considered deceased. She was actually abducted by aliens in the original lore. But we can't really do that in The Sims 4. Like, I tried my best and I just stuck her in Strange Town with amnesia. And of course, Mortimer is feeling guilty about Bella, presumably because he might have started a relationship with Dina. Presumably, I think around the time Bella Goth disappeared. But the house, this is incredible. This is super incredible. I love that. Also, the back garden where Cassandra and Don were to get married. And these guys are considered soulmate status, deeply in love with Don. You know, engaged. She thinks he's kind of just, you know, yeah, he's great. And she doesn't have much of a relationship with Dina, but she kind of has to just acknowledge her. And we got, like, the house's redesigns are fantastic. I love what they've done. Also, I never noticed this before. I think I always noticed this house around the back, but I never actually, like, considered it. But there's, like, this cute community garden just behind the back of that house. I love that. Also, we got, like, a few of the tombstones in the backyard. Obviously, there will be a lot more initially in the actual save because, oh boy, like, in The Sims 2, I think what they did was they actually made all those Sims, turned them all into ghosts and removed them essentially so they were deceased but kept them in there. I think that's how, like, the story kind of breaks. That's how the game kind of breaks. Also, we have Agnes Crumplebottom, although judging from the looks of it with her Cuba and Menelaus, this is not the same Crumplebottom that we see in Henford. I don't think so. I think this is the one that, I think this was the redesign. So Mrs. Crumplebottom is the last descendant of a long lineage of witches. Well, that's her grandniece Cassandra, but she's never been too interested in the craft. Will Miss Crumplebottom be able to convince her otherwise? And in the meantime, will she convince the whole town to stop those disgusting PDAs and abide by her moral code? Which I find interesting that Agnes is a spellcaster. I think she might have been, but I can't really remember much. I was missing, like, a couple of the packs, so I didn't have the entire collection, so I might have missed out on some lore. But this is Pleasantview, which I absolutely love. Strange Town, there's nothing here. It's blank, it needs to be worked on. I'm curious to see how this is going to get turned into Strange Town, because we got to consider the Smiths, the Grunts, the Beaker family, the other aliens, the Spectres, and that's about it. There's not many people. I think there's, like, a couple other families that live in Strange Town, but that's what we got to consider. Then we have Pleasantview Plains, which is a smaller neighborhood, but I think it's kind of part of Pleasantview. We got the Burb family, we have the Oldies. These guys lived basically in the family bin that was in The Sims 2. So there was, like, all, like, these pre-mades all ready to go, and they just lived in the bin, essentially. And I think you had, like, the choice to put them down. Then we've got, a spa, Melrose Mall. We've got Don and the Calientes. They kind of lived in what was, like, this kind of little, kind of nice area with palm trees, which I quite like the idea of, although my map looks very different from the looks of it. But the Calientes and Lothario. We're gonna go and click on Don first because we gotta go and figure out. We gotta figure out that those stories. See what's going on with good old Donny boy. And I tried to recreate this, but I kind of changed the story a bit. Also, Don's a doctor, not an athlete. I thought he was an athlete. Turns out he's a doctor, but also Don has a tendency to woohoo anything that moves. He is a horn dog, literally. He also has a maid, I think, Clean, which I believe is meant to be Kaylin, as well, because he's sleeping with her as well. Like we got, so he's got a little bit of a fling with Dina, but it don't really matter. With that, he's engaged to Cassandra, but he thinks she's extremely attractive. So, you know, maybe he'll marry her. Then there's Kaylin, the maid, who he's also having an affair with, and then Nina as well, who thinks she's extremely attractive too and adoring. Don is adored by Nina, and this is his house. They got it down to a T. Because I remember I loved the neighborhood, like these houses, when I played The Sims 2, so I always kind of put them down, and I think I had Sims kind of live by Nina and Don. But in the same legacy that I had, my legacy save in The Sims 2, where my heir's father had an affair with Mary Sue, Don did leave Cassandra at the altar, but then Don married Nina and they had twins. They had a twin boy and girl. And they actually just had a rather happy life. I kind of just didn't care for the whole cheating thing with Don, so I was just like, dude, you're gonna be loyal. And he was loyal to Nina. He was very loyal to Nina. And he had like a couple kids, and he was pretty happy about it all. But he's a medtech, that's why, yeah, he was a medtech. I don't know why my brain went to athlete, but no, he was a doctor. He was a doctor. And next up we got the family next door. And there's like a whole lore that the Calientes are aliens, or like descended from aliens, and they're the reason Bella Goth disappeared. It's like a whole thing. They really like kind of had the whole alien thing going in The Sims 2, which makes me kind of sad that aliens just don't get the same amount of love in The Sims 4. Because in The Sims 2 they were great and I loved it. Because also in that same legacy, my heir's father had got abducted by aliens and had a alien girl. So my heir had like a little sister, which was kind of cool. So we have Nina and Dina. As you can see, Katrina is not here. Katrina is not here. Good lord, this house is gaudy as anything. But I kind of love how gaudy it is because it just matches their tastes, honestly. And they also got the hot tub up here. They don't have a lot of money. They never did have a lot of money, I think, originally. And of course, you know, got the crush on Dawn, but she's just like, Mortimer, he's rich. I'm going to snap that up. And of course, these guys have like an amicable relationship, and for some reason she knows Beau. I don't know how she knows that toddler, but sure. And she thinks Don is adoring. This is why I love the memories thing. Oh, irresponsible and insensitive. I like that. I like that. I never considered those kind of traits for her. This one is uncontrolled emotions, and she's a total junk fiend. I love that, but her goal, and I think it never worked for me for some reason, but I did have her marry Mortimer Goth, but she never had to marry a rich sim like aspiration complete, and that was like her whole goal. And I never know why, for some reason. I did end up moving her and Mortimer into like this giant house that was just in Pleasantview, which just, I kind of wanted to redesign it because it looked really big, and there was nothing to it. If that makes sense. We've got like a couple of the houses here, all these nice suburbs, the Lucky Shack cards, the Memorial Library, I like that, the rec center, the pool, the Knitting Nook Bakery. Oh, that's cute. They own a bakery. And then we have Blue Water Promenade, which is, this is Magnolia Promenade. This is just the, oh yeah, this is kind of meant to be like I think this reminds me of the Open for Business worlds they had. I can't remember what it was called. I think it was Blue Water something. But you had the businesses. And this was where the land grabs came in. This is where the land grabs were introduced. And we have Malcolm Landgrab, who has like the most serious face I've ever did see. And also, do you want to know where he lives? He lives on an empty lot in Blue Water Bay. Because this place has also not been sorted yet either. Then we come to Veronaville. Veronaville was the Shakespeare one. As soon as I got older and I started learning about Shakespeare and I played The Sims 2 again, I was like, it all clicked to me that everything here was a reference to Shakespeare. Because the Summer Dreams, Midnight Summer's Dream, the Caps and the Montys from Romeo and Juliet. These guys are new. These guys were added, the Escalese family. These guys are kind of like powerful, hungry people. And then we've got just like Caps and Montys all over the place. But I love what they've done with this because they made like a market, they've done a library, a restaurant here that the Montys own. The EAPA Garden? Our Lady of Plumbob. Oh yeah, there was a house there, wasn't there? The Octagon. I'm going to have a look at the Octagon because that is just the most beautiful homage to the Globe, which I've never been to, and I live in London. Like, I could go there if I wanted to, because it's like free to watch the shows. But I've never been to the Globe, but I do want to go to the Globe Theatre at some point. But I love that we have the Octagon, the homage, because if it's Shakespeare, why not put like the most famous theatre that hosts Shakespeare into Veronaville. I love it. I love it. I love this save. Maybe I will do like an episode where I'll do a video where I like just play with some of like one of the families and just see how the story goes. Oh, this is actually really good. This is so cool. Yeah, even with the like the upstairs seating. Oh, I love this. That's so good. That's so good. Oh, that's cool. They made a townhouse here and they used debug ones to on either side. So basically, it'll be nice and cheap because debug houses cost $0. So I love that. All right, we're gonna go and look at the caps and the Montys, the main ones that you always gotta focus on. So we've got the caps here, which has Consort, Tybalt, Hermia, and Juliet. So Juliet Cap has fallen for Romeo, golden child of the rival Monty clan. Can the Caps set aside their grudges and put Juliet's happiness first? They never could. And the interesting thing about this was I never played much of Veronaville, but when I did, I don't know, something about the family drama just didn't appeal to me. Mind you, I was like, I was like 10, 11 at the time when I started playing The Sims. When did The Sims 2 come out? When did The Sims 2 come out? Yeah, 2004, The Sims 2 came out. I was 10 years old at the time. And I spent a lot of my teen years actually playing The Sims 2. Because it was just really good. Even when The Sims 3 came out, I was like, no to these pudding faces. No to these potato-looking people. I want The Sims 2 with the drama. Also, this house is incredible. I have to big up AnotherPlumbob's building skills because they are incredible. I love that. Also, the family mausoleum here. I love that. So you got Consort Cap. I can't remember if that was his name in the play. But we got a lot of oh yeah, we have so many relationships to this one. So you got Kent Cap, who is his son. They do not get on. Although I don't know where his hair's gone. I don't know if he was actually bald or if that was CC hair that might have been vanished. I don't think so. So Juliet, his loving daughter, who is part of a drama club, which I kind of like. I like. That's cool. And they're deeply connected, adoring, impressed. She's hungry for love. That's cool. Then you have Hermia, his granddaughter. So love it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Love it. Then we have Cornwall. Cap, they're good friends. This family is huge. And then just anyone with the name Monty, he is just like, get out of here, you. Like, he hates Romeo. The four Montys. A festering grudge. I love that. The Veronaville Dogberries, the drama club. I love all this. The Contessa, who I believe is his wife. Yes, spouse. Of course, deceased. She died in the game. And then we have Caliban and Cordelia. I'm gonna check this family tree because, oh my god, I bet it's gonna be nuts looking at it. Yeah, look at that. Oh wow, they put so much effort into this. That's so crazy. That's so crazy, yeah, because Cordelia is his daughter, and she had Tybalt, Hermia, and Juliet. And then, of course, we have Juliet, a star of the show. And she didn't have much. Yeah, she's like got a small kind of like little romance there. Extremely attractive. Well, okay, yeah, so the T. But they're both smitten with each other, which is so cool. Also, Romeo is just like super cute sim. Kudos on making him, because that's a really good job there. And, you know, it's kind of like a little bit of just, I don't like you very much, Mercutio. You're kind of mean. And there's Paris Escalise. Oh, it's complicated. Oh, Paris super. Oh yeah, Paris. Oh, of course. How could I forget Paris from, you know, the entire play. The point of Paris and Romeo fighting. Oh boy, I haven't looked at Romeo and Juliet since I studied it like in secondary school. But yeah, it's complicated because Paris is like, I'm in love with you, Juliet, and Juliet's like, no, I cannot. I love it. And of course you got like the Summerdream people. I remember them. I kind of played with them a little bit. They were kind of just all over the place. But I love this. Then you have Tybalt. Oh no, he had an embarrassment. Oh no, his grades are so bad. He's a D student, but it's like, dude, go to school. Go to school, but it's like 8 in the morning. So yeah, absolutely hates Mercutio. You know, despise each other. You hate a child. He just hates this child. It's like, this child has done nothing to you. This child has just existed. But also, I love how many relationships these guys have, because there's so many. Goneril, there's a name. But I love this. The Cap family. I love that. Also, just all the relationships. So much effort was put into this, which makes me kind of be like, why isn't there enough, like, this same amount of effort just put into the game? Although the devs are going to be, fixing things up, I guess. Although if they do fix up any storylines, that's gonna kind of put my entire, like, save file I made into just kind of outdated, and I'd have to start from scratch all over again. Because I can't change the relationships between everyone. Villa Monty. Ah, beautiful. Oh, looks just like the original as well. Ooh. Platforming. Platforming and terrain tools. Incredible. Just incredible. Oh, that's a nice looking, like, pool. There we go. Romeo, who is, like, he is super duper cute. He is a super duper cute Simmy. And we got his, all his relationships. He hates, Goneril and Consort and Tybalt. He hates Tybalt. Like, they just, yeah, they had a fight. And then there's Claudio and Olivier. So his father, Claudio, and Olivia, his mother. Both tragically passed on. And there's Miranda Camp. He's just like, eh, you're kind of fine. And of course, smitten with Juliet. Oh no, just attractive. Not the same amount of friendship there. And there's just a lot of people. I love this. And of course, Mercutio, his bro, who he has, like, the best relationship with. Speaking of which, who does he hate in this one? He hates a lot. He hates a lot of people. Like, he hates Tybalt. He hates Tybalt. I kind of want to do some, like storylines with these guys. I'm brewing ideas already to make the drama even more crazy. And I kind of love this. Especially with all the mods I have, I feel like I could definitely get some craziness going on up in here with some of my mods, particularly Slice of Life. That could be really, really fun. Then, of course, we got Patricio and Isabella, the grandparents, looking after their boys. Also, I gotta find out what all these clubs are all about. Oh, yeah, they have a restaurant, which love that. So we got the Full Monties. Is there like a way I can look at the info on this one? Oh, there's no like no particular thing of it. So it's basically their family. They have to be mean to the Caps, fight with the Caps, drink bar drinks, make juice fizzing stuff, and clean. So what other clubs do they have? Pin Pals? Any info on that one? Oh, that's just these guys' bowling team. Pleasantview Baking Club, the Pearl Girls. Oh, these guys. Okay, it's like an old ladies knitting club. The Caps, they got like their family. They're the Crumple Bottoms. The Drama Club, the Full Monties. Totally legal business. Gordon King has set this club for his totally legal business. Nothing to see here. And the Dogberries are the swimming team of Veronaville High. Like, this is really good stuff. This is incredible good stuff. And the beautiful thing about this is with The Sims 4, like, there's so much more you can do now because there's all these new things, like, in the pack. Like, for example, all these clubs. Like, Mortimer having a bowling team. Like, the Monties and the Cats having, like, their own family clan clubs where they have to be mean to their rivals. The swimming team that, like, Romeo's on and the drama club. You could do these in The Sims 2. You just kind of had to make sure your Sims all turned up at the same place to do things and hang out. I don't know if they had clubs. Again, I didn't have the hobby pack, so I'm probably missing out on a lot of things here. But, oh, this is beautiful. Country kitchen. Country kitchen. Oh, that looks so good with the country kitchen. Oh, this is great. This is great. I'm just kind of fangirling right now because the amount of love and care that has been put into this save, and it's incredible. Like, I thought I put a lot of love and care into mine, but I guess I didn't really, because I did kind of just, like, I did just lots of renovations on Sims and some of the houses, but I didn't put like this level of storytelling into it, and I'm really amazed by how much has been put into this, which makes me wonder for, like, you know, all the other things. Like, what's in San Myshuno? Absolutely nothing. They've done the best thing they could do, and they've emptied every world except for poor Landgrab, who lives in a tent right now because he has nothing. Markham Landgrab, who wants to go to university to learn. Good for you, bro. Good for you, bro. What's your likes? He likes Baroque. Love that. Like, what's going on in Strangerville? Well, that's the only thing going on in Strangerville because it's empty. Except for those randomly generated townies. Like, empty in Del Sol, except for this, Fading Star Apartments. Now, they put this on Twitter, and they had a look at this, and it was incredible. Because I looked at this, and I was like, this is incredible. Because they did a lot of tool and debug editing to make what felt like a, like those apartments that you find in LA that have, like, a lot of people in. And the look of it was really cool. And also kind of makes me sad that, you know, Del Sol just doesn't get enough love like it does. Although I guess if you change this place into, like, Roaring Heights or something, you could maybe do something with it. But I doubt it. Yeah, because this is essentially what it is. This is like this is the debug place from the sim, from Eco Lifestyle. And the actual apartment is down here, so really it's like just an apartment down here, and then everyone else, you know, lives upstairs, which is really clever. I really like that. And then you got this back bit here, which is really cool. They've really made it match the street as well. And, like, this just makes me sad because, you know, remove these decor bits here, you've got 2 20 by 15 lots. Remove this bit here, you've got another, like, 3 20 by 15 lots. Like, there's so much you could do with it. Remove all this. You could just literally turn most of this decorative neighborhood into actual functioning lots. And there'd be way more life in it. Like, that's just me going on a tangent about how small this world is. Also, apparently there's homeless tents somewhere in this place. Ooh, they use Tool. You can tell. At least I think that's Tool. What's going on over in Sulani? We got absolutely nothing. I'm assuming this could be turned into, like, vacation places. Glimmerbrook, not so much. Although, it's not just these places that have been fixed. I'm assuming Henford is empty too. Oh no, Henford's fine. Henford's fine because this is brand new, so I'm guessing they put so much work into all the other stuff they haven't focused on, like, these brand newer places yet, although these people are gone. Evergreen Harbour. We're gonna stay away from Evergreen Harbour because it's apparently broken. And Brightchester. Now, Brightchester. A suggestion. I feel just... I don't know if I should be doing this, but Brightchester, I feel, should be turned into... I'm going to quickly Google the name because this was a particular university world I liked. I think that, yeah, you should turn Brightchester into Academy Latour. Academy Latour, which I'm going to see if you can see the picture on my phone. That was the neighborhood in The Sims 2 University. There was 3. There was La Fiesta Tech. There was a third one, which I can't remember what it was called. And there was Academy Latour. I think it might be Sim State University or something. But Academy Latour was the university sub-neighborhood that I sent all my Sims to. It just had a really good vibe to it, and I loved sending my Sims there. Admittedly, you couldn't really edit it that much without doing some serious cheats. Because I did remember finding the way to actually edit the dorm lots. So whenever I moved a sim into the university, they always moved into the one which gave them, like, all the good shit and computers in the rooms, so I didn't have to fight other sims to use it. But I reckon Brightchester could be turned into Sim State or Academy Latour. Not so much Fiesta Tech because it's very green and it's not deserty like La Fiesta Tech was. But I loved The Sims 2, and I love University was my favorite expansion. That was like the first one they did. It was incredible. And there's one other place that's been edited. Granite Falls is no longer Granite Falls. It is now the Three Lakes. And if I'm right, the Three Lakes was from Bon Voyage, I think, which introduced the concept of vacations. But I didn't have that one, unfortunately. And this place looks really nice. You've got a campground here. It's really good. Oh, wild foxes. They've added wild foxes. That's so cool. The Smooth Rock Spa. I tried to recreate this and I did a shit job at it. And so I just kind of made my own outdoor spa for Granite Falls. Oh, this is fantastic. This is how I aspire to build. AnotherPlumbob I definitely think is a fantastic builder. Like, petition to make them a game changer, please, because they do some really good stuff. This is really nice. This is really nice. So I love what they've done with Granite Falls, and they've turned it into the Three Lakes. This is all just, this is just so good. This is me just, this has been 40 minutes of me just gushing over how great this save is. I need to have a look at this national park because I don't ever change that. And I think this looks really interesting what they've done to it. I kind of wish, this really makes me pine for The Sims 2, but I don't have The Sims 2 Ultimate Collection because I missed out on it. And I don't have a disk drive on my computer, so there's no way I could download my Sims 2 discs onto my computer. So I'm just gonna have to pine for The Sims 2 and never get a chance to play it. Devs, please give me a free copy of The Sims 2 Ultimate Collection because I miss this game. I miss The Sims 2 so much. But, oh, this is so cool. This is so cool. Oh, I see what they've done here. They've made it, they've done that. Oh, I like that. Also, if you see, I'm gonna have to zoom out a bit so you can see, but tool, they've added the flock of wild birds into the world. I reckon there's probably a rabbit stump somewhere as well, but I can't see it. Oh, I picked up a tree. I picked up a tree by mistake. So, yes, this is the Uberhood Savefile by AnotherPlumbob. I'm going to link the Tumblr. I'm going to link the Twitter. I'm going to link the post as well, advertising the save. And I highly recommend you guys check it out because this is a fantastic save. The amount of love and care that has been put into this is like, I don't think I've ever seen a save file with this much like dedication to Sims 2 lore put in, to the point that everyone has relationships with each other. There are sentiments and lifestyles everyone has, likes and dislikes, of course, you know, to really like evolve the personalities from The Sims 2. And it's so amazing. Oh, that's a nice like house there. So having a look at everyone, like we have some people that are not in WOD. Where is Kaylin the? Oh, I don't know where Kaylin is. Where is our resident maid? Because she was like quite a big one. Her name was like something, wasn't it? Langrick. Yeah, she's currently not in World. We've got a lot of people who are currently not in WOD, and also you kind of got some of the Henford and Bagley people showing up. There's King. Yeah, so these people will probably end up just automatically moving into houses, but you got Mr. Burglar Man. Mr. Burglar Man, Gordon King, breaks into your house. I don't know who this guy is, but hello. And you've got these guys. There's a lot of these people that are just currently not in World. So it'll be interesting to see like where these guys all end up. I kind of love this. This is so cool. This is so cool. Oh yeah, there's our maid, Kaylin. There's Kaylin the maid. I love this. I love this. This is the Uberhood Savefile by AnotherPlumbob. It is Pleasantview, the Three Lakes, and Veronaville from The Sims 2, with references to Blue Water Bay, which was from Open for Business. And we have Strangetown, but it's not ready yet. So a lot of these worlds, except for these two. Well, this one doesn't have any Sims in, but this one still does. But this one also just has builds in. But definitely check this save file out. I can't wait to see what else AnotherPlumbob is going to do with this save file. And if you're watching AnotherPlumbob, I love this save file. This is incredible, and I definitely think Brightchester should pay homage to the Sims 2 University Worlds. Personally, Academy Latour, that was my absolute favourite one to use, but I'd be interested to see what you do with this save file going forwards. Thank you guys so much for watching. I shall see you all in the next video. Bye bye now.